you know. So I was like, oh.
So we're on part
I believe
two.
it.
We're what? We're knee deep in Barb right now.
Oh, we knee deep in yeah. Oh, Rachel and I both winced at that. Yeah, we're into part two.
Then we're
of
knee deep
Stranger
in
Things.
Barb's character.
Some guy in John.
Okay.
We couldn't wait.
Why should we?
We had to do part two the same night. We're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got things to say about Barb, especially me and Roberto. Apparently, I didn't know you were so pro Barb. See, I'm kind of anti Barb. I didn't really like Barb.
Like I
I'm
said,
just kind of neutral on Barb because she's just a plot device.
yeah, she was just a token.
She was
the best
she's
friend
a plot
of-
device.
She is, and that's what made me not like her.
Up until then, she was token. This isn't who you are. Jiminy Cricket, conscious of the character of the.
Yeah, Jiminy-
of the character.
Right, she was very.
No, she wasn't because
She was
what Nancy was
uninterested.
doing wasn't wrong.
No, she
It was not wrong, but it was wrong to Barb because that's not how Nancy was.
She-
until-
Yeah, but that doesn't make her
During
a
prom
conscience.
night or
That just
whatever
makes
it
her
was.
a plot device,
good
boring
friend,
friend.
Or
Yeah.
it was a
Good
house
friend,
party,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a small house party. Barb was being a wet blanket.
All
because
she was-
Nancy was getting cooler than Barb was. One day when Barb finally has sex, she might understand.
The
I
only
think.
purpose for Barb was that A, she existed to show that Nancy's a good person and a good friend.
Agreed.
Which we already
Because
knew. Yeah.
no, that's how we know. Is
No,
because
that's-
when Nancy
no.
gets invited to the cool kids party,
That's why she's
she
hot.
says, "I want to bring Barb too." That's how we know she's a good person and a good friend.
Correct.
That's also how we know that Steve, despite the jerky things he does, is also a decent guy because he says, "Sure, bring your friend along."
No, he did it because if Barb was an invited to the party,
Yes.
Then she'd be a
Nancy
friend.
Right, with no Barb,
Yes.
no Nancy, and he
But-
wants
So
some
he was
Nancy.
kind of like, all right, gotta
Yeah.
get Barb. We'll find something for her to
I'll
do
take a
there.
little Barb as long as it gets me
Yeah.
a lot of Nancy. That's how I saw it. That's
Okay.
how I read it.
So she exists in the first episode
Yeah.
to show what kind of a person Nancy is.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
her disappearance is to get Nancy involved. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And as a result, being just simply a plot device
I mean,
makes me
she
not
is-
like her. I don't
she
think
is
she's interesting.
also so insignificant to the show
Yeah.
that the
Don't say
entire town
love you, Barb.
mobilizes to find Will, and Nancy and Barb's mom are the only people who seem to even know that Barb is missing.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit.
Everybody else is just like, well, she's a teenager. She must have just run away.
We gotta find Will, though.
Well, we got-
we love Will.
Like, a 12-year-old boy is missing. Big deal. 16-year-old girl's gone.
That happens all the time.
Who cares? She kind of dressed like a mom anyway. Like,
Exactly.
Well, here's the difference.
She hopped a
between
bus
two
to
characters.
Vegas to become a showgirl. We don't care about her. We gotta find Will, though. Will's special.
The one difference between them in the imperative for Will as opposed to Barb is actually old enough to disappear as a 16-year-old, not a girl, as a 16-year-old, and survive whatever's going on. Will is deemed incapable of doing
Will's
that.
like the kid in the
because
well.
she's
Yeah.
Will's like the kid in the well. Barb's like what they perceive her as a runaway 16-year-old girl. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, a runaway 16-year-old, regardless of gender.
Yeah, but she, of course, is the one we
Because
kill.
she's older, they think that it's okay to take more time looking for her, but Will is...
Because
no one's looking for her at all.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
looks for her. Nancy's the only one who looks for her. That's it. Nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit about Barb.
I think maybe Nancy was pretending to look for her so he can get closer with the other guy.
No, Nancy is
No, I
actually
think
concerned
Nancy's just a
about...
good person.
about
Yes,
Barb.
She's
Yeah.
actively looking for Barb well
Yeah.
before she
I-
finds out.
I
that
think-
like,
Well, if that was the case,
Well,
why
she's
didn't she just follow Barb's advice of not going upstairs with the guy?
Well, no, see...
Because Nancy wants to get laid. She's her friend, but she wants to
No,
get laid.
Nancy's
too.
actively looking for Barbara because she literally lies to Barbara's parents about where she's at so she can be the one to find
Yeah.
her, not knowing what's going
And
on.
she goes
not
to
wanting
Jonathan
cause any
to
not
find
wanting to cause
Barb.
any
Right,
panic.
and when
yeah.
she's-
because she knows that he has the pictures from the party,
Right.
and
Yeah.
she wants to know if he has
She's got
pictures of
evidence.
Barb.
Right.
Yeah.
And when she's going up those stairs, Barb stops her halfway up the stairs and she turns around and says, Barb, I'm fine. Really. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Yeah,
Or
go have
home.
fun. You're here
or go
to
or
do
go
whatever.
home. She
Yeah,
even says,
yeah.
"You like go home if you want to. I'm fine. I'm fine, Barb." At that point, Nancy is just looking at her as some kind of an authority figure of sorts. You know, this kind of like, don't have sex, don't have
Well,
sex. Like, no, I'm
it's
fine.
It's the coming of it's on
Coming
top
of age.
the coming of age moment.
Yeah.
We're like, you've known me as this person for so long, and we've been on everything we've done together. I'm going to try something different. You don't want to do that. We're still cool, but I'm going to go do this.
I'm going to do this.
I'm going to go do this thing.
Like, no harm, no foul.
Yeah,
You know?
It's
yeah.
like LSD.
Hey, which is how we get in 11.
Yeah.
MK Ultra.
Yeah.
the trippy LSD.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
take this acid. I know what I'm about. Don't worry about me. Just make sure.
Wait,
Just
I'm
make-
pregnant. Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oops, I'm pregnant. I don't know, Barb. Nope. Okay, there's only two people in the world that give a shit about Barb: Nancy and Roberto. That's it.
Oh, shit.
That's it.
Oh,
Nobody
shit.
else
Yeah,
gives a
yeah.
shit about Barb. I think that should be a telltale sign right there that yes, she is insignificant to the story, which makes me not really give a shit about her and kind of not like her. I don't really like her. And when we do see her, she's nothing but a wet blanket.
Well, see, I cared about her,
Yeah.
but then when she got pulled out of trying to climb out of the pool, I stopped caring because I knew there wasn't an escape for her. That she was dead right then and there.
I think it was just one of those, they knew how they wrote her, and they knew that if she disappeared, the audience wouldn't raise hell. You know?
Yeah.
The fans would not freak out for losing Barb.
It's
If we
because
lost
of what they
Mike,
did to her. It's because of what they did to
we'd
her.
feel bad. If we lost, actually, if
And
we
the way
lost
that she
any of
got
the
lost.
boys,
Yeah.
and I can't remember the other two kids' names.
It doesn't matter. It
Lucas
doesn't matter.
and
Lucas and then
Dustin.
Dustin.
Chunk is what I was calling him the whole time. How is that kid not doing the truffle shuffle at the end of season 3 or whatever? You know, I mean, come on, that's Chunk, right? Am I wrong? That's Chunk. And my favorite of that little crew. And the best actor because he's whose little brother?
I think he's Heather Matarazzo's little brother. That's his last name.
That's who he is.
Now I'm questioning it,
I
but
thought you looked it up.
no, they just have the same last name.
Okay.
But-
Well, let's pretend.
Yeah.
Let's pretend. But honestly, I thought he was a better actor than Mike. When Dustin
no.
would say all his little quips and all his little smart ass
He was a kid
remarks.
missing
and
the
everything.
teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
a kid.
no,
yeah.
he was great because he was
He was great. He was the comic relief. How do you not love him?
No. He was the logic and the outside bounds of this is what's happening.
Like, are you people
Well,
nuts?
he's the one
This
who
is
kept
what we
having
have
the
to do.
ideas and consulting the science teacher.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I love that every single time it was like, how are we going to pull that off? We're just kids. He would be like, hello? She just moved a car with her mind. We have her.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one always saying that. And then Lucas was always the one who was like ragging on her. What'd she do?
She's a traitor. She's this. She's that. Yeah.
I was like,
he was like,
Because I hated I wrote that.
I didn't really like a lot of things he said.
Like,
I saw the reasoning for him being there was
Yeah.
kind of the same reasoning
He was-
Barb was
he
there
was
for
like
Nancy.
Yeah.
He was there to second guess Mike every step of the way. Because what Mike's doing,
Well,
if
he
you're an
was there to
adult, is
realize
insane.
He was
It's
there
insane.
to realize that
But
he
he's
was
there to-
losing his best friend to a
Yeah,
girl.
and he was really bummed about that.
Yeah, and
but
he
you know
was
what?
bummed
That's
about that, and that's what
happens. That's life.
Wait, what's the other kid? Lucas was the.
There's Lucas and Dustin.
Dustin was like.
Dustin's the kid who looks like Chuck.
Dustin was the one that's like, there's a bigger picture going on,
Yeah.
but we have all this shit that we can use. And Lucas was like, no, this is bullshit. This is complete fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but Dustin would say, she just moved a car with her mind.
Yeah, this is what
we
we can
have
do.
her, idiots. We're fine. We can do anything.
We got her, and
You know, I mean,
and
Dustin was
almost,
making the most
and we
sense.
got a science teacher.
like,
Oh, the
yeah,
science
like,
teacher.
just
Yeah.
a step
He
below
was
the
just
well.
so hapless, that science teacher. He would just help out.
And he had a hot Asian girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I think he ordered her online. Oh, well, it was 83 on BBS. He ordered her.
Shit.
Come on, you're 10 years older than me. You know BBS.
Did you go for an hour talking about the science teacher?
Hang on a second, mine just cut out. I'm gonna put up the second set of batteries.
Mine's still going. I think, yeah.
But he's a good teacher because you like explain about the tank, you know, how to
Well,
make
the
one,
sensory
you know? Yeah,
deprivation,
you make
deprivation
one,
chamber.
I called him like on a Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
he was at home with his hot
Yeah,
girlfriend
he's
or
like,
hot
"All right,"
wife.
He didn't hang up the phone. He's like, all right, you can talk about that.
He was just so fucking thrilled that they want to learn. He's like, oh, okay, you're into science, I'm into science, okay. I got you kids to ham radio, so now I'll teach you how to build a sensory deprivation chamber.
Right.
It still never made entirely a lot of sense why he would help them so much. I know, but it shows like it shows like more of like he's a rookie science teacher. You see what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna hit the head. I'll be right back.
any experienced science teacher would say something along the lines of, "Boys, it's Friday
Oh,
night."
no, I was totally wrong. He's not related to Heather.
Bummer. He would say, "Boys, it's Friday night. I'm making dinner with my wife. I will explain whatever you want to talk about on Monday at school. Okay, good night." If he was like a grown-up with a life, I'd say since he's married and he kind of has a life, even though a little Indiana life, with a small town or whatever, it still screams he's a rookie because he takes the phone call and he goes along like he doesn't pull the adult card. We'll deal with this on Monday,
you
boys.
can't take an adult card with like students like that. Like kids,
Yes, you can.
I don't know.
Absolutely, they can. If one of Rachel teaches, if one of Rachel's students called her on a Friday, if Rachel's students call her right now, because it's not Friday night, and says, "Can you explain this to me?" Rachel's not going to exactly tell her to fuck off, but she's going to say something similar and like, "We'll discuss this on Monday
It's
at
kind of
school."
catering because, like, you know, the friend got like, everyone thinks that the friend got killed, so it's kind of like, you know.
Oh, you think he's just being nice because
being nice,
they're grieving?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a stretch. I just see it as like this is his only full-time job, and this is like his first full-time job, and this is it. Like he got it right out of college. Like he got his master's in some field of science, got this gig teaching in his hometown, and then that's just what he does. And he's just, but that's just how I see him. Because if he lived alone, I get it. But you said it. He's got that hot wife at home, and she is, and I'm like, no, she was cute.
Huh?
Asian, black, brown, I don't give a shit. She was cute. I remember that. I remember she was cute.
She was Asian.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe there's a large Asian population in this town in Indiana. I don't know about. I just remember. The point is that I remember she was cute. So I still think there was some trading going on in the precursor to the internet. He exchanged magic cards for her or something. I don't know. But the dude, I don't know. I just see that as a rookie teacher thing to do. To take the call and everything. Yes, I can see your point. Maybe he's just being nice because they're grieving. But that's
great.
I think what it was is he is a young teacher, and these are the first students he's had who are actually excited about what he's teaching them.
Yeah.
ooh, yeah. There you go.
That's, I think, what it was.
Yeah.
Is he wanted to encourage that because they were the first, perhaps, students he had who were really excited.
He was all with them from the ham radio thing. Yeah.
I think you're talking more like the jaded teacher that had been like teaching.
Yeah, like if he had excited students. Well, like if he had excited students for 10 years in a row, I don't think he'd give a shit. About helping them on a Friday night.
These students wouldn't be as excited as the other.
Right. Yeah. Like the first year he's got excited students, he gives a shit. But like after year 10 of having excited students for 10 years in a row, then it's like, oh, there's a bunch every year. You know, like there's nobody in this town.
Other way around, like he could be really jaded because he's teaching a lot of like, you know, inner city kids. You know.
Inner city?
I'm talking about.
There's one restaurant in the whole town.
Gangster Paradise. With what's her name? Like the actor. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have Glocks in that town. They got hunting shotguns, and that's maybe it.
Robin Williams, like teaching like kids poetry. Dead Poets
And Dead Poets Society. But that's different. He's teaching high school kids for one, and he's funny. He's Robin Williams. The science teacher was not like funny in the same way that Robin Williams was funny in Dead Poets Society. I'm not seeing this science teacher going, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing that. That just ain't happening. If he tells his kids to stand up on those tables, they'll never get down. They'll stay up there all day just because they're getting away with doing something they're not supposed to do. I don't know. I don't see that one. I do still think that you and Nancy are the only people that give a shit about Barb. I was thinking about that too. Nobody gives a shit about Barb.
All day.
Yeah. Well, she has no other friends either. It was just Nancy. Nancy was her one pal.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. But that comes with being the wet blanket and saying no to everything, and living your life by the the teachings of Christ. I don't know what she was doing.
She gets taken by like a dimension demon monster of all things.
I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
the little devil pulls her away because she's straight from the past.
straight from the past. I mean,
She was at the party.
she went to the party. She's dressed like a fucking Mennonite at the goddamn party. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, poor Barb, but at the same time, who gives a shit about Barb?
There's nothing there for her at the party because it's not an actual party. It's that other couple that's been fucking since 7th grade.
Yeah, it's true.
And then Nancy's new boyfriend, and that's it. It's not an actual party.
I think it's that small Indiana town that's the party. I think that's right. I think in that small Indiana town, that's the party. Not like it's 1983, so it's not like Sherman, Illinois.
Shermer?
I thought it was Sherman.
I thought it was Shermer.
Where every John Hughes character parties when they're in high school, and they purposely go to detention sometimes. Like that's when they have parties, Jen Nelson shows up, keeps everybody weak. It's the same years, somewhere out there, and only in the next state over, or up into the northwest. Somewhere there's a breakfast club going on. That's all I'm saying.
Somewhere like the parents are always on the trip.
Yeah, always. Uncle Buck shows up once to help out.
Don Candy Rose.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, have you guys discussed the turnaround of the Steve character? It's kind of abrupt.
It's a little too abrupt for me.
And
Because I was all set with, hey, look, another John. Awesome. I like you, John. You're misunderstood.
No,
I like
I
the
didn't
camera.
like him.
I like you. You're misunderstood, but you're going to prove out to be a hero someday. And you know what, Steve? Yeah, you're an asshole. I knew it from the beginning. Look at your fucking flock of seagulls haircut. Fuck you. And then they kind of go the other way a little bit. John turns into a stalker.
John starts out as a stalker.
Well, yeah, he starts out as a stalker.
He's taking pictures of her taking her bra off in the window without her knowing.
What's wrong with that?
I liked Porky. Another early 80s classic. But,
it was semi-accidental.
Yeah, it was.
The camera lens.
It was accidental in that he wasn't there to take pictures of her. It wasn't accidental that he took pictures when he saw she was taking her shirt off.
Yeah.
He's 16.
No, we did talk about
and
that.
as a boy.
And I said to twist the trope of because they do a lot of trope twisting where Steve the asshole turned out to be like kind of a stand-up guy.
Kind of.
Because they did that earlier with the I want to help the theater clean off the graffiti that my friend put up.
It was because who cleans up the graffiti at the theater.
He cleans up the graffiti at the theater. He says, no, Nancy's actually cool to his friends that have been fucking since 7th grade, so abandons them.
Yeah, well, they were
It's
assholes.
like that, the beginning of that. And then he comes up against the thing, and Jonathan, who shouldn't have fallen apart to let Steve take over, which is what happened. There's a lot of complete trope twisting, and for me, the trope twisting goes a little too far in that moment. Like it should have been the two of them beating the shit out of the monster, not just Steve by himself.
Well, I think Jonathan fell apart because it is his little brother.
True.
And I think that's a big part of it.
And for me, that's why he should have risen to the occasion even more.
Well,
after everything
I think
happened.
in early 80s movies, yes, you're right. But I think they interjected a little bit of reality in there that Jonathan wouldn't be exactly gung-ho about it. I know in all the early 80s movies, that character absolutely is, because they turn that feeling of loss into anger, and they triumph. In reality, I kind of see Jonathan kind of like crumbling, because this is a lot to absorb.
But I can also.
So I could see that.
I can give them that.
They broke the formula. They broke the formula.
They broke the formula on purpose, and I can agree
I'm okay
with the
with
way
that.
that they broke it.
Well, yeah.
because there were only two weapons. There was the bat with the spikes
And the pistol.
Yeah.
But she was
There
good.
wasn't a third. She had the pistol because she was a dead shot.
Yeah, she was awesome.
He made the bat. He got knocked out of the way.
Yeah.
Steve picked up the bat and went to town. There
Well,
was no third weapon for Jonathan to be able to come into.
Don't you think that was the only real way we could show Steve redeem himself? Because him doing the scrubbing off the movie theater, was it
character?
yeah, but wasn't it more like I'm scrubbing it off because I won't even get to first base with this girl again unless I take this down? Or was it as he was actually feeling sorry? Well, that is made abundantly clear when he shows up later and starts being kind of a badass.
Well, see,
you know, I think they probably realized they weren't getting it across with him just scrubbing her. Like, what do they call her? Slut or bitch?
Yeah, slut.
Slut. So when he slut shamed her.
They purposely didn't set it up for more to come in the future with Jonathan and Steven becoming best friends because of what happened.
Yeah.
And that's how it worked out.
That's true.
For me, I wanted just a little bit more of Jonathan, even so much as getting pushed out of the way because they didn't set up a third weapon or other stuff in the house.
Yeah.
Because the way they set it up was, we stripped down the house, we have the nail bat, we have the gun. Those are the only two weapons in the house.
The bear trap.
Well, and the bear trap.
Yeah, but
that's not
they
something
can't
to be
wield
wielded.
that.
Yeah, and they already used the bear trap.
Yeah,
Yeah, the thing was
The
already
lighter?
caught in the barrel.
Well, yeah, they already got caught.
He did set
By-
it
by-
Again, that's like a single thing, whereas the pistol or
Yeah.
the nail
Yeah.
bag you can use.
actionable. Yeah, you can keep going with it.
Well, I mean, the pistol you can use 6 times. But
I understand.
Seven if each their own.
It's like I understood what they were doing.
Way
I just-
to read the zombie apocalypse handbook, Karen.
I understood where they were going, but I just kind of didn't like it. And I understand what you're saying about the emotional weight of everything that's happening and falling down.
Because that's what's really driving the story.
And then you wind up, if you want to push on it, you wind up with them fighting over the bat while there's a monster there and it falls down. I just wanted a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost want to see, I mean, not want to see, but I would almost expect to see Steve show up to prove that he's a better protector of Nancy than Jonathan is. Not understanding that Jonathan or Nancy are not in a position where Jonathan's protecting Nancy. More often, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, but he shows up and he thinks that's what's going on, so he steps in to protect her.
See,
Because that's kind of what he says when he shows up.
Yeah.
So I kind of see it as that. It's not that
See,
Jonathan just crumbles. It's more to me like when he shows up, their shit's going down. But by the time he shows up, at first glance, what he thinks is happening is Jonathan's protecting her. I'd rather be the guy who protects her.
No, he shows up because he thinks she's sleeping with Jonathan and he wants to get back together with her.
Yeah, he actually cares.
Right. So
He
when a
actually
monster
cares
shows
about
up,
Nancy.
She shoves him out the door.
yeah, I know.
And he's the one who turns back around and says, no, I have to be in there with her, which shows immense character growth.
See, what I would have liked was just a little
I mean, I
bit
just
more
liked that she had her own agency about shoving him out the door.
Yeah,
and protecting
well,
him, too. And being
yeah.
like, A, you're going to get in my way.
She had to.
And B, I don't want you to get hurt, so just
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I mean, she had to act the way no girl in a 1983 movie ever does. They had to. Because it's a 2016 miniseries.
Let me just say,
Again, I keep defaulting to that for a reason.
let me just say,
But yes, I did enjoy it. I will say I was not entirely shocked, which is kind of a bummer. I'm getting a little jaded with this.
There's only so many ways you can tell a story.
I know, and I know they've been doing the damsel in distress thing for so many years, and now you just can't do it anymore. So now it's always you see a girl, she's badass.
no.
But
See,
I did like the way they didn't show her with a bow and arrow, like awesome badass.
So, see, what I'm saying is,
I like that they showed that she did have faults.
Okay,
Yeah, she
what
makes
I'm saying is, and I'll make a broad statement.
Yeah.
The slight problem with the Guy and John and Guy podcast with our podcast is we are
If I can't hear you across the table, by the way,
Okay.
they're not going to be able to hear you on the microphone.
Yeah, there's no way. We got our music going.
The slight problem with our podcast is we are slightly more invested and a little bit above the average level of intelligence who we're talking to. So when we talk about things,
That's
we
good. You
want
just lost
more.
7 listeners.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
fine.
no, we only got 3 left.
Yeah. We want more from the stories and the fantasy that we get, but other people will settle for it on face value. So when we actually talk about these things, we're like, this should have been this should have been that. I want more.
You 3
I want
listeners,
more.
you're really smart. Stay with us.
I want
And if
more.
you want another hour of
There should be
Barbara,
more.
stay tuned.
Because I'll say this. Yes, I consider myself slightly above average intelligence. You're going to get a doctorate. You're going to write a book in the field that you're studying.
She's going on
studying
Jeopardy, maybe.
That changes the field of study around what you've learned about the field of study. I've known you long enough to know that generically you fall in the same category as me. Slightly above average intelligence, so when we talk about these things, you might get lost. But we're all in the quest of.
I see her. Don't worry. I'm thinking it. He's not saying it, but I'm thinking it. Don't worry.
We're all in the quest of what would make this not a good story, not a great story, but a fantastic story to. Yeah, I'll take the big steps. Echo down through the ages as some people that got it really fucking good. And that's the way we talk about things, because that's the way we see things.
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, it's not a problem. You said you started
Because
this whole
everything-
thing out with this.
Because everything I said before seems to belittle the audience, but it's not belittling the audience. It's
I don't
just
think
our
we're belittling-
perception of it.
I think the audience knows that.
Okay.
I think all of our audience, all 10 of you, are brilliant. So I
Yeah.
think you got that. It's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the podcast is
Yeah.
to talk about what you didn't like about the movies
Yeah.
and what you liked and what would have made them better.
If they get it.
It's a
They
pretty
don't, fuck 'em.
it's a pretty
Right
boring
on.
podcast to just be
Well
like,
said.
we liked that movie. It was satisfying. Like that doesn't make
I'm going to
Good-
go back to Randall.
good
What Randall
listening.
said. It's perfect.
What do you say?
If they like it, good. If they don't, fuck them.
Sounds just like your namesake from Clerks.
Yeah, fuck you guys if you don't like Barbara either.
Yeah, I don't like Barbara. Sorry.
I love you, Barbara. With me.
If the actress who plays, I don't even know her name.
Basically,
The actress who plays
Barbara,
Barb, if you're listening, you will have a date with Roberto.
Yes.
But you have to wear the Barb Mennonite costume. That's what I'm referring to. It.
complete with the.
She looks like she's about to
exterior
churn butter.
filter
I
effect.
swear. She looks like she's about to do some butter churning.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, God. You know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you do know what butter churning looks like from the hand perspective, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah. I retract my previous statement. One good thing I found out about Barb. Or that I'm imagining Barb doing, I should say.
Turning butter.
Well, see, I like to think that the science teacher is secretly having an affair with Barb.
I would imagine like.
And it's the
that
first
extra credit work.
student-teacher thing
Yeah. I think
that's
so.
going to
I
blow up
think
and go
something-
big one day.
I felt
No, it's the
same
first student
thing
teacher
when
thing
I was
that's going to
watching
get found out.
That's what I said. That's going to blow up and
that-
go big, like it's going to be on the news.
I have no doubt that's a historically victorious thing that's been always happening.
I think the night where he got the phone
think
call
you're
from
right.
the kids, about the sensory deprivation thing.
You think
where
he was waiting for
he
a
was
phone call
waiting,
from
yeah, it's like
Barb?
Barbara. I was like, oh, picked it up and thought it was gonna be Barbara, and it wasn't.
Ring, 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 Barb. Hi, Mike.
And he had to play along, pretending that.
That's a good angle. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot of salt, put it in water. Yeah, you want to,
And then all you have to do is there's a math calculation. You have to add up all the numbers that are in Barb's phone number. By the way, do you know that offhand? I could do the math with you. Just give me the numbers. You know.
And my girlfriend's like, "Who is it?" Oh, it's a student.
It's just Mike from school.
Yeah, just the students calling me, just asking questions. If you answer the call and if Barbara's on the phone, let me know.
She's got a human anatomy question. Honey, you're a physics teacher. It's all the same.
So
At this level, it's all the
And
same.
we digress.
Yeah.
So I have to take a little aside
Yeah.
and a little bit of offense.
You have to get close to the microphone.
A little bit of aside and a little offense. Yes, I know. I'm kind of
Because
whispering,
magically
but,
we transported to Havana.
So
Or wherever. I don't know. Mexico City. I don't know.
I was.
Havana, Mexican
and
City.
this is a
It's in Cuba.
I don't know. We're all over the place.
this is a bit of a preview.
I didn't tell you about our transporter?
This is a bit of a preview for
We have a
next
transporter.
week.
Here.
And I was actually a little bit. I was really ecstatically happy, then a little bit offended.
I think I mind a little bit.
I'm good. Well, actually, if there's a Guinness, can you bring me back a Guinness?
I
Yeah.
don't think they have it.
I think I know that's why I said it. I think I know that's why I said
I
it.
think this is a good ending to part 2.
Yeah.
We got Barbara the
I
teacher
got a little bit of a preview for next week with Ready Player One. I was really happy and offended
I'm so glad I got you into it.
that our lead fucking bad guy had the digits 6555321.
And we're gonna
That
leave.
pulled me in and bugged me at the same time.
We're gonna leave you fine folks with that. In the meantime, part 2 is ending.
Yes.
Some guy and John. And let's do it. Let's put up some sexy picture of one of the I don't know, some actress. Barb. Let's find a Barb picture. Let's find a picture of Barb.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I will have to say, as an actress in modern day times, unfortunately or fortunately, the way you view it, you have your sexy picture profile. Or portfolio.
All right. Well, we're gonna.
You'll find those and put them
I'll
out.
find
Yeah.
a picture of Barb to kind of redeem her. But in the meantime,
And
I'm John, and this
I'm
is.
Guy, and this is Some Guy and John with Rachel, Randall, and Roberto.
That's it.
End of part 2.
End of part 2.